You know, you just gotta do what the fuck you're gonna say you're gonna do. And if you don't, you're gonna constantly be putting yourself down, be feeling stressed out and anxious. And it's literally because you're worried you're not doing the things you're not supposed to be doing. And if you're worried you're not doing that, it's because you're not doing that. You're procrastinating and you're putting things off. And so much time passes that literally if you just would have done what you said you would have done, you look back at when you said you were gonna do it and you could have already had that shit completed or been fucking so much further along the line if you would have just done some of it every single day and stayed committed to doing what you say you're gonna do instead of making excuses and not fucking doing it, putting it off another day. It can wait, I can relax, now's not the time. I'll do it when I'm ready. Whatever the fuck you tell yourself, whatever the fuck that I tell myself, you know, because this is about me. I just got off the phone with one of my best friends and we were just talking about that too, and he was like speaking exactly like he was speaking what he's been going through recently in his life, exactly how I've been feeling. And it's so wild how, you know, he lives in West Virginia, I live in Florida now, but sometimes we won't talk to each other for a few months, and it's like when we do, we pick right back up like nothing ever left, you know. And that's how you know it's a real true friend. Not many of those you get to come by. But end of the day, he's speaking all this shit and it's like resonating exactly with me, like word for word. Because like, bro, I've been saying I want to quit weed. Why do I want to quit weed? I don't even know. Like, well, I do know. I want clarity. And it's like, I end up having a super bad day when I say I'm going to quit weed. I take out all my anger out on other people, and then I end up going right back to smoking weed. And then I make up excuses on maybe it's not the weed, maybe it's not that serious, whatever. And who knows, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But at the end of the day, I know that I want to quit weed so that I am not dependent on anything, and so that I can have more mental clarity. And so that right there is one thing, not being disciplined, not following through with what the fuck I say I'm gonna do, bro. Like, I'm not doing it. You know? Secondly, I've been selling on Amazon for 9 months now. After my 4th month, I hit 20K in sales in a month. Since then, I've hit 20K in sales every single month for the past 5 months. But for the past 2.5 months or 2 months or whatever, I signed up for a course to learn wholesale, to learn how to get actual products that people use on a day-to-day basis, soaps, detergents, you know, dry foods, whatever it is, to resell those on Amazon so I can start buying in bulk and truly increasing the amount that I'm able to sell, which is going to increase the amount of monthly income, therefore increasing what I actually get to keep. That was 2 months ago, and I put in maybe 10 hours of work on it, maybe 20, when if I would have put in 2 hours a day, every fucking day, and made sure those were like solid 2 hours of work, not fucking around, how many hours is that? In just 10 days, you're at 20 hours. And so if it's been 2 months, that's 60 days. That's 120 fucking hours, if I'm not mistaken, maybe more. I could, you know, I'm not the best on math right on the fly, but I would literally be so far ahead. I would already have shipped in and made my first practice orders, found profitable fucking items, had more wholesale accounts, had more items to choose and source from, and would already be on my fucking way. And the self-reflection is, at least I'm self-aware, but that's the main thing me and my homie were talking about today. It doesn't fucking matter if you're self-aware. Like, yeah, that's step one. But realistically, if you are self-aware, and I do that in quotes, but you don't take action on what you're self-aware about, then you're not really self-aware. Okay, you're only self-aware if you actually work on the underlying issue of you not doing what you say you're gonna fucking do. You know, that's what it comes down to. And so if I just would have actually committed more, stopped making excuses, stopped putting it off, I would probably be sitting at the 50 to 70K mark already. And it's not that I can't make that happen before the end of the year, because I'm going to, because I'm fucking disappointed in myself. But you know, I am self-aware, but I'm not fucking doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So no wonder I'm unhappy. No wonder I'm stressed. No wonder, even though I started streaming and my ultimate goal with streaming is to make money, that doesn't happen overnight. So I'm not being a man of my word. Then I start spending more time and energy thinking about gaming and streaming when it's not making me money, when Amazon is. So then I feel guilt and anxiety, wondering if I'm wasting my time streaming, even though I do it, you know, in the evening and shit, so I wouldn't be working on Amazon anyways. But that all comes from the lack of discipline and actually getting the fucking shit done that I say I'm gonna do in the first place. So then I wouldn't even give a fuck or have any stress or anxiety at all, because I know that I'm doing what I say I'm going to do. So are you doing what you say that you're gonna do, is the question. And if not, then you need to start putting in the work, you know? And we all have, I've talked about the 4 pillars of life, you know, health, wealth, love, and happiness, you know? So I'm working on getting my wealth better. I'm definitely not the best in happiness right now, and that's because I'm not being a man of my word, doing what I say I'm gonna do. I'm not experiencing life like I would want to, but I am working on it. But it just shows I need to lock the fuck in, you know? I fucking have been eating way better. You know, I have a 6-pack now. I've gone down from 183 to 165-ish. You know, I feel great, I look great. But even recently, I've been slacking on getting the 10,000 steps, something that I think is necessary in life. You know, every single day. It's really not hard to do. You know, so there's a few things that I know that I should be getting done every single day in order to know that I'm on the right path. And it's not like you need to have a checklist of a million fucking things, but if you do not do the things that you know you need to get done, the things that are actually going to move the needle or actually make you feel like you are making progress, because you are, not because you just say you are or you're doing the bullshit, but because you know every single day, even if you don't have the exact result yet, you're spending that time. For me, I'm getting my 10,000 steps in every day. I'm tracking my food and I'm hitting my macros or getting close to them every day. You know, that doesn't have to be perfect for me. I'm eating healthier foods. That's also not that hard to do. It's a choice, you know, especially if you have healthier foods in the house. Working on Amazon 2 to 3 hours a day and like making real progress, not fucking around, you know. And then making content, which, you know, for about an hour, and I don't have to do too much work on that because I'm using Nexus clips on Twitch and shit, so it helps clip up your content for you. You just have to go in and edit it. So that helps a lot. I just need to spend the time to do it because I have to get more clips done in order to keep the content going and in order to help grow my Twitch channel. You know, so these are things I know I need to do in order to deserve streaming, you know, because streaming is not making money right now. Streaming is a hobby. So yeah, I can want it to be a big thing, but if I'm not making sure I'm making enough money to truly not be stressed out and be on the right path and be free, then you're literally just jumping ship to something else when you have something that's working. And then you're gonna end up being back in a shitty situation where you're not making any money because you're not focusing on the thing that is actually making you money, you know? And so for me, for everybody, end of the day, you can be self-aware, but you're only self-aware if you're taking action on the shit that you know you need to take action on. And we all know what that is, and it's always gonna be different for every single person, okay? Everybody has different goals, different way they want to live their life, but ultimately, if you want to be successful, it's not always about working fucking hard and getting a million things done, but it's about getting the right things done and know that you're putting time into the things that are moving the needle into things that have the potential to truly change your life. But nothing's gonna change your life if you're not doing what you know you need to do. It's time to lock the fuck in, boys and girls. It's time to lock the fuck in.